Clem!
Tudtam, hogy gyanús ez a csávó.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own mark.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
Lőd már ki a kerekét. Ja, ennyi kereket tudtak kilőni.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor, lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Egyet azért hazavisz. Jó kis viszkit, vagy nem tudom mi lehetett ez. Ó, kiváló. Nagyszerű. Jó. Jöjjön a következő.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads. How can we fail, Skip, with the Shadow leading the show? Who the fuck is the Shadow? Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming. Sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Fehér cipős gyilkolás. Csaj nagyon be van tépve.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Most nem tudom, hogy lehetséges meg, hogy...
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
Szóval lehetséges, hogy még esetleg előléptetnek, vagy valami. Hogy teljesen felesleges is amúgy.
Yeah, Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send.
Nem jelent semmit, vagy...
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who was pretending to be dead?
Esik az eső.
Sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
Nem mint ők mondanak.
Can you drive to this one?
Hogy nem is ezzel akarnék menni. Ha már van normális kocsink.
You can drive.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows make it the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Hát ez egy kicsit azért más így, mint az előző, bár mondjuk itt is egy kötéllel folytották meg, ha minden igaz. Jó, bazzeg, ez semmi.
No drag marks. Killer was moving around, surveying the scene. Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Circumstantial.
Mondjuk azért zsebre raknám. Mert én ilyen szemét vagyok.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
De jó, hogy itt mászkálsz. kezei sértetlenek. Na jó. Induljunk el akkor.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Szóval egy hajléktalant látott, és elmehetünk a... Hát a hajléktalan táborba, vagy nem tudom mi is lesz pontosan. Ott is körül kell néznünk.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Hajléktalan
Just a
tábor.
moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
Kösz, csá, gyerünk. Ne ülj a helyemre.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed? No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow.
Can't be the same guy, is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
At least the rain stopped. We can change back into those white bucks.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress.
Jaj, de jó.
there.
Szóval mit is keresünk? F13, 63. 13. Tizenhárom, 63, ez lesz az.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Akit még körül tudunk nézni. Hát nem hiszem, hogy itt sok mindent találunk. Csak a mosóporos dobozokat. Nem tudunk beszélni a csávóval. Na jó. Semmi más nem tudunk.
You're behind the wheel. And where exactly
Viszont még elmenjünk először a táborba is.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Vagy lehet, hogy jobb lett volna előbb máshova menni? Nem. Menjünk ide.
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow the lead. These guys can wait.
Mi van? Engedj már be. Sebhelyes harcú csávót keresünk. Mennyien vannak itt kúrosokan?
Can't we talk about this? Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
You can't do this! Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
Slow down! That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of germs?
Senkit nem találunk.
Son, you're a couple of slates short of a full roof.
Na jó, hát akkor elmegyünk a másik helyszínre. Na baszki.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's procedure. You see to your girls.
Nem nagyon akadtak ki. Kislányok.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. Want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules him out as a suspect.
To check if she was a regular.
Aha, csávó is. Csípi a hajókat, lehet, hogy vágja a köteleket is. Ugye ezt a csajt ilyen kötéllel ölték meg.
I wonder why the picture was turned down. No good to me. Incidental. It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Jó. Szerintem, ja, még a konyhába körülnézünk.
If you'd excuse me, ladies. So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Na most mi van? Ja, ennyi? Nem. Még meg lehetne ezt vizsgálni valahogy. Ja, nem ennyi. Hát jó.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Ne, nézz vissza. Nézd meg a... Aha, tiszta víz. Tiszta víz. Kinézünk hátra is. Aha, itt egy hajó. De itt még nem tudunk semmit sem megvizsgálni. Csak a kötelet tudnánk, de hát ezt most nem lehet. Na de most... Na de azért meg tudjuk vizsgálni. Na azért mondom. Jó, hát mondjuk többet nem tudunk. Ha csak kint nem hagytunk még valamit.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
Hát mind a kettő lehet, nem?
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Mr. Tarleton, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Hát ez se igaz. Viszont hogyan tudnám rá bizonyítani? Nem. Volt ez a kép, ez nem számít. Ezt nem lehetne felhozni egy bizonyítékként. A kétségbe vonom csak.
Spill it, Tarleton. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
Nem már.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
So when I call this Bobby Ross character and he tells me you're lying...
Look, what do I have to do to convince you that I stayed at the party?
Ja, mondjuk arról sehogy nem tudsz. Lehet, hogy ezt nem hazugságot kellett volna választanom.
I want to find who did this. I want to help.
Ah,
Thanks for answering our
picsába.
questions, Mr. Tarleton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. We could break the husband's story right now. Call in, get some uniforms dispatched to check out his alibi.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thank you.
I can't believe Teresa's dead.
Appreciate your time, sir.
The cop who solved
You
the
drive.
case.
I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going? You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Ja, szerintem is. Bár még egy-két dolgot ugye elrontottam.
God damn it all, I asked them to hold the mayo.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Tarleton?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Lehet, hogy ide kellett volna előbb jönni.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
Mondjuk a férje is azt mondta.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
Sam's taking me out to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Does the chicken come with fried tomatoes?
She wants a 5-star, goddamn.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable. Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
Yeah, she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates?
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
What's the special of the day?
Bates, we just want to talk.
Come on, got a ride. Get in and drive.
A picsába.
No time to wait, Rusty. If he's the killer and he gets away,
Basszus, elvesztettem. Ez hol vagyok?
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Dickens.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
He's showing you how it's done. Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you. Maybe you shouldn't have waited for me, Phelps.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Picsába már. Na most elkapjuk.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
De kibasz. Hú, de gyors.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead, and your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
You sure you and the sailor didn't take her somewhere and things got out of hand?
Even cops need evidence. You got nothing on me that links me to that woman.
Nem ezt akartam. Francba.
Hate to say I told you so. Are we done?
So what happened when you left?
Nem tudom, miért nyomtam hármast.
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
Megnézem az intuíciót.
What happened to the woman?
Your guess is as good as mine.
You're coming in with us, Bates.
But I'm not your guy. What exactly am I being run in for?
You have a record, you ran from us, and there's the fact that I don't like you. That's 3 strikes in my book.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Szállj már be!
Good looking for a policeman.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man.
Thanks for your help. You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've
He's
made
in
it
interview
about that.
too.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Erre van a 2-es, ugye?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Ez nem tűnik igaznak.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Ez se igaz. Ezt is kétségbe kéne vonni.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Need a drink. I got the jitters.
You're behind the wheel. And where exactly are we going?
Ide. Ide fogunk menni. Ha beszállsz végre a kocsiba.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Terrelson picked up.
11K, roger.
Do you have sauerkraut, miss?
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. We need you to stay copacetic. We need to hold out.
How do we do that?
Like this.
Watch that. Keep it down, fellas.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it!
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Nos. Egy pillanatot szeretnék kérni, és aztán vissza is jövök. Na, már itt is vagyok.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them, that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Én erre a csávóra gyanakszok amúgy.
This isn't. Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
Na jó, egyéb nyom nincs itt. Mehetünk vissza az őrsre.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Nehéz lesz kikérdezni most ezt a utolsó csávót. Ezt a csövest.
Need a drink.
We're going this
I
way.
got the jitters again.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
Nem ezt kellett
I
volna
have
kérdezni.
no recollection of the people I have killed.
Nem ezt kellett volna először kérdezni. Picsába. Hoppá.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Viszont ez honnan tudott volna autót szerezni ez a csávó? Hát, nem tudok se bizonyítani most.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Na igen, de ezt a taxisofőrt, hogy tudtam volna megtalálni. Hogy meg volt a címe? Vagy valami nyom hozzá? Nem tudom. Viszont mára végeztünk, az a helyzet. Hétvégén nem tudom, hogy lesz-e stream, szeretnék csinálni amúgy nagyon, de valami jó játék kéne, amit streamelhetnék, úgyhogy majd meglátjuk. Ha nem lennék itt, akkor mindenkinek jó hétvégét. Ha pedig itt leszek, akkor nyilván holnap majd valamilyen időpontban, nem tudom pontosan, de akkor találkozunk, hogyha esetleg jön valaki. Ezt a videót vissza tudjátok nézni YouTube-on, illetve itt Twitch-en is még egy ideig. Úgyhogy hello mindenkinek, sziasztok!